Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Empress Show. This is your girl Julie, and right here, this is our My Story segment. We are joined here by an amazing guy. He's going to introduce himself to us, and he's going to tell us his story because we are here to listen to all these inspiring stories. We want to know what is it that you have been sitting on and you want the world to know, you know. So let us get to know him. From his T-shirt, the moment I met him, I told, I could just read. It's written YP Kenya Amaje. It's written YP Kenya. He's going to introduce himself to us, and he's going to tell us about his story. This is My Story segment with you, woman, the Wonder Woman, Julie. So karibu sana. Tell us your name.
YP Kenya.
YP Kenya. YP Kenya ni nani?
YP Kenya, that's my brand name.
Okay.
Although sasa kuna the real me.
The real you.
Yeah.
So who's the real you?
The real me is Patrick.
Patrick. Who is where do Patrick come from? Let's address you as YP Kenya. I think that's what you prefer.
YP Kenya amezaliwa Embu. Mimi nimetoka Embu.
Okay.
Nimelelewa Embu. Everything ni Embu.
Everything ni Embu. So ulikuja Nairobi kufanya nini?
Nairobi nimekuja kwa hustle. Kama tu mwananchi wa kawaida tu. Mnakuja tu Nairobi kwa hustle.
Okay.
Na kutafuta maisha mzuri.
Okay. So I think you are going to tell us where your story starts from. And you will tell us where it started from and where we are at right now.
Okay. So YP Kenya initially was a gospel artist.
Okay.
I started doing gospel music in Kikuyu language
Okay.
back in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did my music 2019, 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
I've been doing gospel.
Okay.
But through that ministry, so mimi ni msee nimelelewa church
Okay.
kutoka utotoni. Baba yangu is an overseer, my dad is a pastor.
Wow.
So kila kitu yangu yote imekuwa kwa utumishi.
Mtoto wa mchungaji.
Kabisa sasa, unaelewa hiyo. So then all of a sudden, I became an ordained apostle.
Wow.
Back in 2019.
Okay.
Nilikuwa ordained na nikaanza kuserve na nikaanza kutumika kama apostle.
Wow.
Na nimefanya show mingi sana.
Okay.
Hata in Nairobi tu kiulizia utaambiwa. I've been doing shows, I've been preaching all over this country. Then all of a sudden something weird happened to me. Yenye manzee ilifanya tu ni turn around.
Okay.
Nikafeel manzee
Okay.
So after I started doing my gospel music na nika ordained, I think it was last year,
Okay.
2021, right? Kwa church ambayo nilikuwa natumika kukatokea just hii sijui nitasema tu misunderstanding in between my bishop and my senior pastor. Mahali nilikuwa na serve.
Okay.
So sitaki kwenda into details into that, ndio wanajua walikosania nini. So after that misunderstanding ilitokea, so kind of they went to split. Huyu my senior pastor ikasemekana sasa haezi manage kukaa kwa ile church.
Okay.
Lazima ange split na akasplit na kaenda akafungua church yake.
Okay.
Of that hiyo sasa haikuwa our part. Unaona hiyo sasa ni ya watumishi wakubwa.
Sure.
So all of a sudden nikakuja ikasemekana every minister who was under this pastor sasa mwenye ametoka
sasa.
Every minister ukwe ulikuwa kwa praise, ulikuwa wapi, ulikuwa unafanya nini, lazima u step back to just a normal member of the church for 4 years.
Hold on. We are talking about someone who has been serving at the church for so many years. Right now you are already an ordained minister, and now because the church has broken into two, now you're asked to step aside, to step down, in other words.
Yes. So mesemekana to step down. Okay. The reason being, there were claims ya kwamba huyu pastor chenye walikuwa wanakosania na bishop ni kind of tulikuwa tunamsupport.
Okay.
Cause nobody alimwambia.
Okay.
And of which unajua hata kama wewe ndio my senior pastor, sina right ya kukuchunguza at a personal level.
Definitely.
Sindio? You have your personal life, I have mine. So
plus you respect these ministers.
Sure, kabisa. So sasa imesemekana tena from that lazima step down for 4 years for just an ordinary member, uangaliwe uone kama unakubalika tena ku minister like
How is that?
Sasa mi sitaki kusema he was so judgmental. Ni kind of sasa alisema all the crew we were in that scenario.
So in other words, everyone who is in my car is a victim.
Yeah, sure. Kulingana na yeye in that aspect, kulingana na yeye aliinjanji hivyo.
Okay.
Everybody who was there, who was under this minister, lazima uli take part in the sin that was committed.
Okay.
So ikasemekana lazima step down and nobody should minister until further communications.
So what was going through your mind at this particular time? You are already an ordained minister. It is already in you. Utaanza kuambia watu nini?
So the funniest thing ama the bad thing ni how the members will take you. Sijui kama unajua kuna ile level members huko wamekuweka,
yes,
wewe ni ordained minister.
Exactly.
Kuna hiyo level.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden umeshuka to level yao. So kind of in their mind hata wanaanza kujudge your salvation.
Yes.
And of which they are right. Hata kama ni mimi, I'll have to nitakujudge hivyo.
Yeah.
Juu how comes unatoka juu unashuka.
True.
Si unaona?
Yeah.
So that was the worst thing that happened to me. Na it was not easy. I had to kuambia my dad,
Okay,
and my grandfather, wote ni ministers. So nikawaambia what happened. They trying to give me some advice, but unajua like mi usema wewe ndio unajua kidonda chako kina uchungu gani.
true.
Hata nikikwambia pole mwingine hawezi njua. So wao watakwambia pole, watajaribu kukuonyesha that's not the end, but mimi ndio na feel the pain and the burden in me.
Yeah.
So it was so much to bear. Then all of a sudden tena in that scenario I was to have my wedding.
Wow.
Hiyo pekee hata haikuwa sasa inifanye nitoke.
Uh-huh.
The funny thing ama the worst thing ni hiyo ya wedding. Like mumesimamishwa ku minister, harusi yako imekuwa cancelled just because of somebody's whatever.
Or misunderstanding or disagreements.
Sasa wamesema harusi yangu, in fact mimi nilikuwa na harusi this March.
Okay.
This March hii yenye tunaingia.
Tulikuwa to celebrate harusi this March actually hii mwezi
yenye inaingia sasa. Hii unajua ni scenario happen in between September last year.
Okay.
So all of a sudden hizo vitu zote zikafanyika.
Okay.
So wameenda wamekaanza harusi yangu, kila kitu imekuwa disorganized. Then the worst thing ikasemekana the church will never take part in anything concerned.
Oh.
Ama kitu yoyote inanihusu. Nobody will take part in it. Okay. So I was kind of nimekuwa kwa hao wasee for my lifetime. Hiyo miaka yote niko nayo.
Yeah.
Nimekuwa nikiparticipate in everything they are doing.
Yeah.
Kila kitu walikuwa wanafanya nilikuwa a part of it. Then all of a sudden mimi mmekanswa harusi yangu, mmeniambia hata kama nataka kufanya ninjisimamie, ninji whatever, ninjishikanishe, nikuwe mimi ndio kila kitu mains and whatever. Like that's a very big disappointment. Hakuna vile unaweza expect mimi nilikusaidia inyo wewe wakati ulikuwa na shinda. Then when I need you the most is when now you have the chance kunitoroka.
It's true. When you need the church the most, that's when wali step aside. And you have been there serving the church all along.
Kutoka kuzaliwa. Achana na wale unasemanga umeokokea njuu. Mimi nilizaliwa hivi nikapelekwa church. So unajua church. Kutoka kitambo.
What went through your mind when all this was happening?
Acha nikwambia kuna mambo ufanyika sometimes unakosa hadi kufikiria. At some point nilifika mahali nikajichukia before kabla hata ni make any decision, because I was kind of why is all this happening? Na despite that wameifanya too personal. Paka wananiambia sifai kufanya harusi. Kama wangekuwa that personal, at least wakwambie just be a member, then maybe harusi yako fanya na vitu zingine ziendelee kama member wa kawaida. Then why are they that personal in my life? In a way hata siruhusiwi kufanya kitu yoyote kwa hiyo church na ndio ninajua. Again huwezi sema nitokee church niende church nyingine, uende uambie niko na harusi next month. True. Like wataanza wapi?
True.
So iliniuma sana. Nikakosa sikufanya any decision at the moment. Nikasikiza my parents, tukabonga na wao. Wakanipea advice zao. But then life is very personal.
True.
They have their life, I have my life.
Yeah.
Na kuna place inafikanga at some point you have to make your own decisions bila kuinvolve msee yeyote. So before I made any decision, because currently I'm not a minister, I'm not doing gospel music.
Let's talk about that. You're no longer doing gospel music, but you were doing gospel music.
Yeah, I was doing gospel music, lakini sahi sifanyi. The reason being, hakuna vile, let's assume you're my friend. Unipigia simu at around maybe 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Uniambia nimeshikika mahali, can you sort me out? Then unifail. Na wewe ndio tu nilikuwa na hiyo.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni nini naona utanisaidia.
Yeah.
Unaona? So I end hope in church. Sisemi nilikuwa naamini church, but I end hope in God. And at the same time, Mungu anatumia watu.
Yeah.
Haezi kuja personally. Unaona? So kama Mungu alikuwa tumia watu na hao watu hawakutaki, then there is no way utasaidika. So hiyo kitu ilirun kwa akili yangu sana. Na nikaona if at the end of the day the church can disappoint me at that level, then I better be in the world.
Okay.
Because these guys just preach what they don't do.
They preach what are they doing quiet.
Sure. Nitakwambia hivyo, being a minister. Mi nimekaa mbele kwa viti zao, nimefanya everything. Nimekaa hapo tithe ikigawa ikiambiwa ifanywe hivi, so I know everything.
Okay.
But these guys, manze,
You know, sometimes when it comes to discussions about the church, it sometimes becomes very difficult because it is in the church where you expect more support, emotional, spiritual, and all that, right?
Yeah.
And of course, with that, it comes with you giving your all in terms of service, in terms of support for the ministry, financially, and all that. Is that true?
Yeah, sure.
So it means that the wound is even more painful when it comes from the church.
Very painful. Sijui, is there anyone beyond more painful? Juu inafaa kukua zaidi. Because I say you're there for them. Because it's the church.
Yes.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Wewe unajitolea anytime they need you wanakwambia minister fulani enda mahali fulani, we have a crusade, do this for us, do this, do that. Unaona? Then at the end of the day they are not there for you.
True.
So at some point unakosa, what's the meaning of it then? Maana yake ni gani kwa life ya wase? Because our wase, they will never support your talent.
Yeah.
I'll tell you for free, I was there. They will never support your talent.
Okay.
They will never. Niulize nitakwambia. And that is why gospel inaisha siku hizi sana. Kwa sababu hao wase, they don't recognize your talent. They recognize you when you are at the top.
At the top.
Na hata ukiwa hapo at the top, they don't give.
Okay.
Wanataka wewe upeane. But they don't want to give back to you. Yeah.
That's crazy. Talk to us about your wedding. It was supposed to happen this March. And first of all, was the lady from the same church?
No.
No?
She wasn't from the same church. But basically what they do, ukiwa msee wa church, wedding inafanyiwa kwa kijana. Okay. You get me?
Okay.
So each and every arrangement ilikuwa ifanyikie kwetu church. Because I'm the man.
Okay.
Unaona? So my church ndio ilifaa kuwa na that mandate ya kushikanisha harusi na kila kitu. Dowry tulikuwa tumelipa.
Okay.
Kila kitu ilikuwa yani unajua 5 months before the wedding mnafaa kuwa mmemaliza everything, then ndio msettle to the wedding. So by now saizi nilikuwa nimelipa mahari, nilikuwa nimelipa kila kitu, kwa tumeenda kwao and everything was ready. Then msee anakuja anakuambia hata hiyo dowry ulilipa Mungu anaweza kurudishia, like vitu zingine hazi make sense kwa life. I used my money, I spent a lot. Kwa hiyo nini ya wedding. Then unaniambia Mungu atakuja kukulipa, like
So what happened? Is the wedding still on? Maybe some later time? Is it just you don't even think about it?
The wedding wali cancel.
Okay.
Because unajua wao ndio walikuwa kwa registrar. Ndio walikuwa wameregister. Because now the bishop ndiye anachukuanga hiyo mandate ya kwenda kuregister kuna harusi na shikanisha.
Okay.
Unaona? In between this person na huyu.
Okay.
Mimi sina ruhusa. Not unless nifanye ile ya kienyeji niende kwa chief atupeama kwa atupe barua.
Yeah.
Lakini kama ni ya church, mimi nafaa kutulia, nafaa kuhudumiwa. So if they cancel, then sina right ya kuifanya. So niliamua ku step back, nikaamua kwanza ninyamaze. But bado hatujakosana na msichana, we are still in good terms.
Okay.
So maybe with time I'll make my decision. Maybe if it's a private wedding I can do. Because that hiyo ni at least kuliko msee anakuja kujifanya juu ina private wedding, mimi nitaita msee nataka.
Yeah.
Kama ni wewe ni kuinvite.
Yeah.
Kuliko ni kuwe na hypocrites wanajifanya wanakusaidia.
Yeah.
At the end of the day they are ruining you.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm.
And right now you're doing secular music. That's what you said.
Yeah.
And how fulfilling is it as compared to when you are doing the gospel music?
It's not about the fulfillment. Because once you have a talent, ukikaa nayo itakusumbua. Nitakwambia for free. Talent inasumbuanga msee, mpaka unakaa hivi chini unashindwa, what am I doing? As far as you have a talent itakusumbua.
Yeah.
So mimi Jumanze niliumwa sana na church and decided let me just do love songs.
Okay.
Yeah, just yani tu ni I just expose my capability and my potential isipotee.
Yeah.
Unaona juu ninaweza kaa nayo na nikufe.
True.
Na hakuna mtu ataijua.
Exactly. Exactly. And where do you broadcast your songs?
Songs zangu ziko kila mahali. You know the platforms ING, Facebook, kila mahali inaitwa tu YP Kenya.
YP Kenya.
Yeah.
Uko na YouTube channel?
Yeah, inaitwa YP Kenya.
YP Kenya.
Yeah.
So guys, you should spread out the love. Go to YP Kenya, search for YP Kenya. Go to his page, watch his music. They are lovely music. You know, I've watched and they are a blessing. Just go there and watch. Then just click on that subscribe button. Let's support him. You know, if you're not supported in one place, ensure that you make that person feel supported in another place. And I don't know what you'd love to speak one word to the ministers of the word, because when it comes to the church, sometimes the discussion is very heavy and difficult to speak about. What being a minister, you were once a minister, being a minister, what would you tell those ministers who are still there? How would you want them to, you know, support their followers? Maybe you can speak and someone out there will hear and they will change one or two things from how they treat their members.
Okay, for once, mi nitasema hivi, I'll say this from a very personal level and from experience. If you are a minister, please, umbiri neno la Mungu. Na umbiri kitu wewe mwenyewe utafanya.
Kitu wewe mwenyewe utafanya.
Yeah.
Don't preach water and drink wine.
Sure, kwa sababu nowadays most of the ministers are very hypocritical. They preach, but behind the cameras or behind the members there is what they do against the word. Yani wao wako pale just to collect the offerings and to go and make their lives better. Na wanasahau still there is a journey to heaven. So mimi nitawaambia hivi from a very personal level. Pelekeni watu mbinguni. Mambo ingine muachie dunia.
That's lovely. So guys, as you've heard, that is a touching story, and coming from someone who was a minister and no longer is. You know, it is so sad when we speak of people ministering and now it is past tense. We want to hear that people have moved from the world going to, you know, the word, and not the vice versa. So thank you so much, YP Kenya, for sharing your story with us.
You too, yeah.
Yeah. And it is very important for also the ministers of the word to hear these, because I think people are losing themselves into the world from churches.
Of
you
course,
know?
yeah.
You know, afadhali kusema the opposite is happening, like we are losing people from the world into the church, which is a positive thing, instead of the opposite. So guys, if you are a preacher, I mean a minister of the word, we are losing people into the world because of sometimes the frustrations that people go through right from the church. You know, people are mentally unstable in the church, whereas we are supposed to have people mentally stable in the church and mentally unstable out here, not the vice versa. So guys, stay tuned. As always, we're going to have my story segment every Friday. Come listen to so many stories, inspirational stories, get to hear what other people are going through out here and get inspired. And if you have a story, do not sit on it. People need to be inspired out here in the world. People need to hear your story for them to have, to regain back the hope. Do not let someone who has already lost hope, go into drain of death just because they did not, just because they thought that they are the only ones who are going through those kind of experiences. So we really appreciate your time, YP Kenya. And you know what? Go do you. Life is too short to be, to be frustrated under one roof. Yeah. And so we are going to support your project. We're going to listen to your music, and I pray that God will also move you from one step of where you are worldly, and even take you back to a better place, not where you were, but a better place. May I wish that I will meet you one day out there speaking the word in a different angle, and encouraging people who've gone through the same experiences, sababu hii si kitu ya kuchukulia juju.
Yeah, it's very deep, by the way.
It is very deep.
Very deep.
Na kama harusi iko bado, we need to be invited for that wedding. We need to come and grace that wedding, and we pray that it's going to be a successful one. And I also wish you all the best, even in marriage. Marriage, usiambiwe it's not a bed of roses. It can be a bed of roses, but those roses niwe unazipanda.
Oh.
Lazima upande hizo roses, you invest in them. Kama ni kununua, uzinunue, uzitandaze,
Yeah.
That is why some people have the testimony of saying marriage is working for me, and others will say marriage is not working for me. So thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. As always, we are here to encourage you and to bring back hope into those people who've lost hope. We are here to inspire you who have been going through the same experiences, or even not, similar or the same experiences. So thank you so much for staying tuned. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell, for more uploads that we are going to bring unto you. So from us, we are saying goodbye.